No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. You know, I had to tap in with YSL Mondo.
Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate you for having me, bro.
And of course, got my man,
You did.
aka Bricc Baby.
The Brick.
I call him this.
The blue slime, man.
We've been tapped in for a long time.
Yeah,
sure.
all the way. That's the original name, man.
So before we even get into anything, though, how did you guys come to have a relationship and to be cool?
Me and we met through Longway, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
Okay. Yeah, we met through
basically
Longway.
grew up our early adulthood. We was growing up with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
In the streets in Atlanta.
So when you made your move to Atlanta, he was somebody you tapped in with
Yeah,
quickly?
for sure. The one that took me in like family.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? He really, you know, that's where we get the tight way, man. That's how we got the real.
No, for sure.
I ain't gonna say, you know what I mean, but this is where a lot of people get their drip from, man, in Atlanta, man. That man been dressing like that since
my baby pictures.
What?
I've been
Come
putting
on,
shit
man.
on
He
a
been
long
putting that
time.
shit on. I ain't
We
gonna
can
lie
go back
to you.
So you got
old pictures.
You guys connected over drip, not drug dealing?
Oh man, we never was drug dealing.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm just playing.
Talk about like back then,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah, nah, back then, nah.
Yeah, back
it was
then,
street, all street, like all street.
Mm.
We was just
Facts.
together.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like Cleveland was our second home. Like after they tore down Jonesboro South, everybody was on Cleveland. So all Longway family, like really Longway big brother,
his older brother,
his
yep.
brother Cap. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? That's really, I used to go over there to their spot and be with them. That's where he used to really be at. He used to come up to our spot too, but I used to I'm moving around. We go to the club, go around,
Right.
be high, we spot to spot, just, you know.
And how did you start with a dude from LA? You got to be suspicious, right? I don't know him. I just met him. How'd you know he was solid?
Through Longway. I know Longway ain't gonna bring nobody around who on some just me personally though. I go off vibes. I ain't get no back. The first day I met him, it was just a good vibe. We were vibing. Everybody was kicking it.
You gotta think, I'm spending the night in the trenches with these.
fact.
I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was different from a regular LA meet at Lenox Mall or at the club up in Buckhead. I'm in the trenches with them every day. Like really, one of my boys, like it started getting shaky in the hood. Like it was a lot of stuff going on, and it was in my best interest just to sit back for a second. So I moved. Like after I got kicked out of college, I had came back, but I got shot. Then the gang was going on, and I just like left for 2 years straight. And them whole 2 years I was gone, I was with them. Then the 2 years turned into 6 years. Like I was coming back and forth, but I was gone. Like I was coming back. I didn't start coming back till I had my daughter.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? I was with them. Thug, Longway, Mondo, DK.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The original. Even Big Bull and them back in the day.
So how'd you
Long live Big Boo.
Yeah,
how'd you
that was
tap
Big
in
Bull.
with Peewee in the first place, or how'd you even become part of that world?
I met Peewee through Thug.
Right.
So once I met Peewee through Thug, it just started genuinely being just organically, basically just started happening, and just everybody started kicking it.
You know, at the beginning, NPA YSL was the same thing.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Because Thug, before he even started YSL, he was just down with MPA, or
yeah.
how did this work?
Well, that's how it really was before we even.
You pull the mic in a little bit.
Because basically they from the same project. They from Jonesboro South.
Right.
Thug and Peewee. So they was already kind of like in the same little movement together, in the same little. So it was just on some family, and it just boom. Once we started what we started, you know, it branched off. Them boys doing what they was doing, NPA, and then we was doing what we was doing. But we was all still just one. They're just like long way of Crip, his brother of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how we always just
That's the
mingled
balance.
together. That's how
That's
we
it.
locked in for real.
Yeah.
And it sound crazy, but it's like we probably was the first ones in Atlanta to come together like that, Bloods and
Yeah.
Crips, as
Yeah,
a
for
real
sure.
family. Like
For
I'm
sure.
a damn
We
near
gonna-
slide high
yeah.
back. You feel what I'm saying? He was a
Yeah,
Crip,
that's
though.
we coming like that
Facts.
about each other though.
That's
They
how
was
we.
like
that's
it
how
was
we-
up. Yeah, they was up about it like, cause we came out of nowhere for real. That's why I was trying to tell people it wasn't no plan. It just happened. Like it wasn't like, oh, he's been right here trying to put a line out here and trying to. It was like, Longway came home. He like, man, he with us. Everybody out there, and Longway just took a part of the culture. He like, yeah, You feel me?
Yeah.
And we start
all that
stepping.
shit
You
just
know what I'm
came
saying?
together.
But we kick it on Cleveland. This the hangout block. You know what I'm saying? 125, the little parking lot, right?
Yeah,
Then
the Cleveland, the park.
Then them apartments that was far down.
You
What's
talking
the
about
ones down there? I think Redman used to stay.
You talking about 445?
Yeah.
At the
445.
end of Cleveland.
Yeah. We used to be back and forth from right there. Then white girl house. We over there getting the food shit.
White girl's house, just a random white girl.
Nah. Ain't her name Chris? Right there. Remember she was selling the wings and all that shit? I'm talking about this back.
Yeah, this probably
This like 09.
10.
Yeah, that's what I said. This like
you done went so
09.
far back. I can't even really remember
exactly
where street
Nah,
it
it was a
though.
light-skinned black girl. You know,
Well,
you in the hood, we call it white girl.
It's funny you say that though, because let the record reflect that I met you because there was basically a girl I bought Zans off, and you were pretty much trapping out her apartment.
Yeah, period.
I didn't know if you wanted to deny it or not, or throw some doubt on it.
Hell no. That's definitely how we met.
And I was actually listening to his music, and like just because I was like real tapped in with the blogs and everything like that, and like this is when his first when Six Drugs was first going up and shit, and I just knew some girl, and then I realized that this is her boyfriend.
Yeah,
I'm like, you dating that motherfucker from that song and shit. Like that's crazy. Like all of a sudden I was like, maybe I don't want to try to fuck her. Like just leave that alone. Yeah.
Well, she was like a renegade wannabe. Nah, I'm just playing. Let me not do that because she's watching this. Shout out my homegirl. Man.
No, she was cool. Yeah,
she's a cool person. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. But
that was
okay,
a crazy way I was met.
Let's rewind even more though. And like, how did you? What's your relationship with Thug from the very very beginning? And when did you first hear of YSL?
You know, for one though, I ain't hear it. It ain't no. I ain't gonna say hear about YSL because I created this, this. You feel what I'm saying? We did this shit together. So, but you know, we from Atlanta, so we went to the same high school together and shit like that. So we been knew of each other. One of my homies, who from the West Side, named Buck, he migrated to Cleveland. That's who kind of called me to Cleveland, like, hey, bro, start coming over here kicking with us. And I'm not knowing he kicking it around Thug. You feel me? Thug was hot then doing what he was doing with his music, but it wasn't like he wasn't big how he was. So.
But you're talking about high school? He was already had a thing going?
Right, high school. He was
after?
rapping. He was rapping.
Like him and Cash Out.
Yeah, they had a hot song in Atlanta. I want to say We Got It. I think it was called We Got It with him and Cash Out.
Really?
So yeah, Thug. So he did. I Came From That 1. I Came From That 2, 3. All them little mixtapes and shit like that was doing good in Atlanta. So he had a buzz already. But he just wasn't really big. So anyway though, but Buck called me over there. I just started going to Cleveland, bro. We just started kicking it and just, you know, one genuine niggas started rocking with each other, bro, and just we came together and and ever since then we kind of damn near been stuck for real. Like me, him, DK, Buck, Chaz, Benji, like these are the ones who for real started this. Like it was on some family shit. It was on some we just in the house kicking it. Like this a thing between us for real. We ain't start this shit as no, oh, but we finna be the biggest. You feel me? The biggest. Nah, we ain't do that. This shit was on some just like that. We in the house kicking it, family shit.
But do you remember the first conversation about YSL? Like when the name first got thrown out there?
Yeah. I can it's like I don't know if I really want to bring my yeah. I don't really want to.
How about this? Because I know you a little bit. So when did y'all separate from the rock crew and just make yourself a different clique? And then it ain't not no date on it or no, but how did that come about? Maybe that's a more broader question than the
what was the rock
crew?
That was just some other rappers.
Little clique. You know, Atlanta was based off a lot of clique little shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just on some little clique little shit, and we was just basically different. We was already trying to be different. We already on some different shit. So it started off on some, hey bro, let's branch off doing our own little shit. You feel me? But it's all this shit happened, like I always say, bro, and I don't know no other way to say it. It just happened organically.
Yeah,
this shit it wasn't nothing. We just sat down and came up with a plan. It wasn't nothing. Shit just happened.
Like
it all just came together.
I feel like outside looking in, when thugs start gaining like a little recognition with the slime word, like, cause a lot of up top Bloods was using slime, and I ain't from YSL, so I can speak. You know what I'm saying? It's just outside looking in, so this ain't no fact or nothing. But while I was there, I feel like when slat start becoming the term, because at first it was black, then y'all start just putting some little spin on it. Start putting some little spin on it.
Black, just like a little gunshot.
Like black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the up top blood term. But then like I feel like the double M's was using the word slime a lot, and this is just me knowing the gang culture. The Sex Money Murder dudes start using the word slime somehow, and I figured like somehow their connection was through the double M's or whatever. Just me outside looking in. So somehow they connection, and when they start like really using the word slime, and Thug was rapping slime, the clique of people that was around these dudes when I was in Atlanta, they just start saying like young slime, like you know what I'm saying, and it really was like ROC slime, like, you know what I'm saying? It really wasn't no separation. But, you know what I'm saying, as they start rapping, you know, different, everybody got cliques within their circle. So it's just, like he said, it was some clique shit. Like the niggas that we kick it with every day just was like, that's the terminology, slime. It never really was like, oh, let's put a label on it until the rap came.
And when that's the rap came, you know, it became some basically proud to be of. Like, it's cool. It's something cool. These boys are cool. They dress cool. They lingo cool. They just how they rock with each other. Like they be.
That's how
it became just something cool, and everybody just wanted to be a part of something. But we didn't look at it like that back then. We was just doing what we was doing. Like, and it became what it was. But you know, they kind of making it. They trying to make it out of something bad. But we didn't start this on no. Like we finna take over the world, take over the city. We wasn't on that. We didn't give a damn if nobody even knew what YSL was.
But those early conversations, was it? I know this is like the hardest question to answer, but was it a street conversation, or was it like, no, we're gonna make this record label together?
Yeah, it was more on the music,
record label, fashion, bro. It was a fashion statement. It was iconic.
Facts. That's how it really started. Like on some fashion, but you know, it intertwined with the music business too. So it was like we was on that, like we pushing this slime shit with the way that we dressing, the way that we talking, the way that we rapping, how melodic we is. Like all this was part of the slime shit to us. Like we was just doing some different shit, trying to be different, outside of the box type of shit.
When did you realize that Thug was going to be huge and that all of a sudden YSL was going to be known as a record label more than anything else?
When Stoner did what it did, which was a song we didn't really like Stoner like that. We didn't even care about it like that. But when Stoner did what it did, because like I said, Thug been rapping, but when Stoner did that, we knew then we was like, okay, it's over with. And Thug was saying all our names in the song. He's saying why slime Mondo with it, slime with. So it's like now it's like everybody is saying this now. We big now. Like this song went big, and that's when we knew like, all right, it's some life changing shit finna happen.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, what was your attitude on how you're going to be involved? Because I think a lot of people, because you were very low key and like weren't, you know, constantly trying to put yourself out there on camera or whatever, it's like then later on when you have something to say about shit that's going on, some people will try to question like, well, who is this guy or whatever, like even though if you really check, it's like pretty obvious that you've been around since the beginning.
See what right when my brother started really getting big and hot, I took a fall. I went to prison.
Oh, for how long?
So, 3.5 years. I almost did like 4 years. So around that time it was a gap. I went to jail, then boom, I got out, and I think I went back to jail for some more little petty little bullshit. It was like I was having little gaps where I was going in and out of jail while he was blowing up and doing what he was doing. So that's why a lot of people probably really didn't know me like that outside of Atlanta, but a few other cities and shit know me, but my city definitely know what's going on. But that's why people probably didn't know me, and felt like who is he, where he came from. But I've been around this whole time. I just went to jail a few times.
Right. And were you like trying to be on the road all the time with Thug and all them, like, or was that something where you kind of laid back and weren't all up in that?
Oh no, for sure. I like that was something fun. That's what we was doing it for, to get out the hood, to get on the road and start doing this type of shit. I went on the road with him a little bit, like when we had the Rich Gang thing going on with Bird and shit like that. We was going on the road a lot. Like I got a chance to do that type of shit. I got a chance to get on the jets. I got a chance to do that type of shit with him now for a little bit, but I end up going back to jail again.
So you got caught another time?
Yeah, I went back to jail again for some whole totally different shit.
What are you into? What the hell are you up to?
It just sometimes just be life. It be little small mistakes and bad decisions I make. You know what I'm saying? So it be little shit like that for me, man. And once I get older, niggas look back at it like, damn, it was just a dumbass decision I made. It wasn't nothing I could have really did. It was just making dumb decisions.
Do you think that when the bidding war started, you remember the bidding war?
The bidding war?
When they started talking about they got $3 million for Slime, and when Slime really went crazy, when Bird was trying to get to him, Kanye put out a tweet.
Oh yeah, they were trying to sign him and shit for the money, right? Yeah. So, I was in Rice Creek then. I was locked up then. I'm getting the phone call.
Yeah.
But they say Future. They say Birdman. They saying Akon.
Because I was the one taking it around the most of the places because we have to meet all these people out here. We go to Santa Barbara to Kanye house and all that. Do you think that Birdman was the best fit cosign at the time? Because go ahead. You answer that question.
Yeah, I definitely do because of what Thug basically was. He looked up to Wayne. He looked up to, you feel what I'm saying? So, and then on top of that, Bird, we didn't sign no papers with Bird. Bird was doing this off of genuine love and just showing us the way, showing brother way of how to do things and how to go about it the best way without signing no deal. You feel me? He getting his own bag. So I feel like if he would have went with somebody else, I don't know how that would have turned out. I don't know how.
But wasn't he signing like 3 times at the same time early on in his career? Didn't Gucci have him signed and he sold it to somebody else, or he like let him out of the contract for a certain amount of money while Gucci was locked up?
Yeah, when Gucci got locked up, he signed. I think that's when he signed to Atlantic Records. When Gucci got locked up, but before that, he was signed to like little independent, indie record labels and shit like that in the city in Atlanta.
Right.
What was that first dude name?
Bob or some shit like that.
Bloody J.
He wasn't signed.
No, he never signed to Bloody J.
No, but they had a tape together and shit. Okay.
Yeah.
But remember that whole era? That was like a different thing too, right?
Yeah. And that was around the time when we was doing. It was a fun era, bro. That's how we was coming up. That's where a lot of the sauce was coming from around that time.
Because I remember that the tape that he had with Bloody J came out like real early on, and it was kind of confusing to people because they could kind of tell it was a little bit older material and shit.
Yeah. Because Bloody J was with us. That was our man. Like all those used to be together. Like for real.
Everybody.
It's just a lot of shit just started happening. Everybody went to separating, going, just getting older, and people going to jail, and just a lot of bullshit just separated us though.
Right.
But that's on another note though.
Yeah. I can't remember, but somebody told me there's some really crazy Young Thug Bloody J lore about what happened back in the day.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna speak on that though.
That's a sensitive subject. You can't speak on that while that shit going on.
For sure. But okay, so throughout all that shit, like what was your perspective on it? Because it's like, I don't know, like when we look at everything Thug accomplished in his career, but at the same time, the fact that he doesn't really seem like he changed all that much. Like he kind of stayed the same type of dude in a lot of ways. Was that always your perspective on him as well?
Was it my perspective? Like I feel like he wasn't changing.
But he might have like experienced all the success and everything, but he also was still around a shitload of the same people that he was around. He didn't really seem interested in being on some super duper fancy shit. That he kind of stayed true to himself in a way that a lot of rappers don't.
Yeah, I seen them in that way too, but I also seen them in a way of trying to get away from it too at the same time. Like that was I seen him trying to get away from it, but at the same time I seen him he got a good heart. So I feel like he's only doing this to kind of not want to let his hood down, not want to let his people down. So he's sticking around and showing them like in their face. Cause where we come up like that from, we don't be, a lot of young niggas ain't never seen niggas with millions, never seen niggas with jewelry, never seen these type of cars. So he want to be right here with them, letting them see this shit and give them a little motivation. Like, bro, look, we in the Lamb. We got Lamb. Like, you ain't never seen this on Cleveland. Like, you ain't never seen this on. And that's what a lot of hoods and a lot of shit, like, that's what he was doing. Like, he was on some shit like that. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about him. Like, I feel like he was doing it for that reason. It wasn't on no, I'm in the hood showing niggas I'm in the hood type of shit. Like, nah. He got a good heart. That's what that's.
You feel like it's safe to say that Thug does not know everybody on the indictment? Like him putting up to the hood to show love is like more motivational. Like it's safe to say that these people that was acting out crazy.
Don't know these people, man. That man don't know half of these people.
They connecting a whole lot of people to him and a whole lot of crimes, and it's like the only reason that you are connected to me because I'm a rapper and you get to scream when I'm screaming because it's popular. That's like saying that everybody that got free bands behind their name is connected to Future. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right. He don't know, bro. We don't know a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
90%, 90% of these boys, man. We don't know these people, man. We don't know these people hand to hand personally. Never had to sit down. I probably don't talk to you right now longer than we probably don't talk to some of these. Don't even know these folks. We don't know these people.
But so it could be a situation where there's like some guy you know, and he knows this other guy, and he knows this other guy, and then he knows a bunch of guys, and those guys are now on this indictment and shit, being treated as if Thug was homies with him when he might have never even been around him.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's exactly
know
what's going
that
on.
He don't know the little dude that's supposed to be caught up for the officer. I know that he ain't never said a word to that man. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for him to be like, that's just making him look bad. You got somebody who, you know what I'm saying? Like this DA lady isn't separating what she really knows. You get what I'm saying? She's putting everything on him, trying to lay it on super thick. Like, what you really know is that he was a rapper getting money and he still used to pull up down there. What you want the world to know is that all these people that's on Cleveland is still committing crimes, but listen, he wasn't funding the crime. You get what I'm saying? Like they trying to make it look way crazy. You ain't
don't have no control over these people.
Period. And you ain't got not one dope spot with his name on it. You haven't got one drug charge or nothing about him putting money or guns over there for all these crimes to go on. You know what I'm saying? So like, what is you doing?
Like, I don't understand. I just don't get it. Like, what the hell we supposed to be on patrol watch all day? We don't control these people. We can't control nobody who just look like it can be a kid just see some shit on YouTube and be like, damn, I want to be YSL. Like, how's we got control from this guy way across the world? We ain't never met this kid or never seen these guys, or we don't. You feel me? Like, how can we have control of that type of shit? Like, I just don't get it. Like, it's just the laws are fucked up.
How come you didn't get included in the RICO? You just kept your distance well enough, apparently.
To be honest,
especially with all these random people getting involved.
I'm gonna say by the grace of God. By the grace of God and just how shit happens, and we can go on and say it and go on and get it out now. Go on and say it. The lawyer, the DA lady, Miss Fannie Willis, she was my lawyer before she turned to be the DA.
How many years ago?
There was like 2019, 18 or some shit like that.
Really?
I want to say.
So you think she was looking out for you?
It was a whole. It was like it was dealing with some whole other shit. It was like, and I was locked up and going back. It was like it was already just crazy for me anyway. I wasn't around like that. I'm locked up, bro. All type of shit. So it was just by the grace of God that how all this happened. I didn't plan. I didn't know this lady. I didn't know Miss Willis. My cousin worked for a law firm. I got into some shit. She was like, hey, this a good lady, check out, whoop, whoop. I never heard of her. I was kind of skeptical at first, like I never heard of this lady. I'm not finna just let her play with my life because I was facing some little shit, some serious shit. So I hired her, whatever. She did a good job though. She handled her business, did what she supposed to do. Kind of got me out of the little shit what I was in. Probably like a year after that, she was telling me like, yeah, I'm finna get ready to be the head DA, but you know, I ain't paying. I'm like, just thank you for helping me beat my case. I'm out of jail at this point. I done did my little time and I done came on back home. I wasn't paying attention to her about a year later, bro. I started seeing on news shit like talking about shit. She's the DA now, so she's just on news. Like now I'm like, damn, look at Miss Willis.
I feel like
I wasn't even thinking nothing about it, bro. This shit just crazy how all this shit just happened like this. A motherfucker sit right here and just think it's like, that's why I always say I should have worn my hoodie, my merch shit. There's no mystery in my history shit. Like, it's however you want to look it up, however you want to get into it. Like, this is real shit that really happened. I can down there write a book about my life. Right. This is how God, is God, bro. This is exactly how this shit playing out. I hired this lady, bro. She turned out to be the DA, and she turned out to be the lady that's
I feel like
indicting YSL. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it was just so crazy how this shit.
She wouldn't have
crazy, bro. I can't even explain it.
She would have blew her whole lie. She would have blew her whole case, her whole cover, because if she would have picked him up, this is just how I feel outside looking.
And of course, it's like, a conflict.
She would have picked. It would have been conflict of interest. Now you're going to go pick up one of the dudes that, you know what I'm saying. Like, God probably kept timing is everything. So he probably
working mysterious way.
Yeah, like he probably was in jail during these times when most of the shit was going on.
Right.
So it's no double back on him. But then secondary, I'm looking like, oh yeah, you knew what you was doing the whole time. You trying to make a scene out of this shit, but you don't want to give up that you'd already covered this man that came across your desk. It might not have been built off of her fighting for him. It could have been, oh, she seen all these names coming, like, oh, I can't pick him up because then they gonna think I knew. You know
all that ran through my head, bro. When all this shit was going on, bro, I'm sitting in the bed, bro. I stumbled across this shit on Instagram. All this shit went to playing through my head, like, damn, how the fuck?
You found out about the RICO through Instagram?
Yeah, I'm sitting in the bed, just
grab
scrolling
your phone and find out that like 20 of your friends got locked up.
Man, I seen it on Instagram. I'm scrolling Instagram. I see the top. I think it was ATL Scoops or some old shit like that.
Yeah, they be
popped
right
up and said, indictment, and start saying people real names and woo that shit trip. In my mind, I'm like, boy, when I scroll up a little more, I know I'm finna see my name.
Because there's so many people so close to
so
you.
Now I'm sitting right here thinking like, damn, bro, like, cause the shit's so stupid. I'm like, damn, these people they had nothing to do with nothing. These folks ain't even. So I know these folks will fuck around. Not saying I done did a damn thing, but I'm just like the people y'all snatching up. It's some bullshit. It's some bullshit, bro. So it had me panicking, but I'm like, damn. I'm thinking too, like, damn, it was just my lawyer though. How this going? You feel me? I'm thinking all this shit ran through my mind, bro. It's just God working mysterious ways, bro. That's the honest God truth. Motherfucking say what you want to say. They can say, look into it, get into it. Ain't no mystery in my history.
Yeah,
not a fucking federal fucking reform it, however y'all want it. Hey, how can I be walking around doing? It'll be some type of paperwork on however y'all want to see it. It'll be some type of something.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It ain't no mystery.
So you feel like some people actually think that you're an informant?
You know, motherfuckers say little funny shit,
little comments and shit, but like nobody's serious, right?
Yeah, man. If they were, get into it. Yeah.
So how do you feel about these plea deals that been cut? Like, right or wrong? Who do you like? How do you feel? I'm gonna ask you about different people plea deals. I ain't gonna ask you about what everybody else been asking you about that. Yeah, I mean, or we could get into it if you want to, like, you know what I mean. But how you feel about Gunna in the situation? The two Crips, the two Crips, because these my boys too. So you ain't gonna catch me really trying to out them in a bad way. But since we right here with you, how you feel about Duke and Gunna and their plea deals, how they went about?
I feel like, bro, niggas know they didn't do nothing. So then on top of that, if you know in the law, if you use your brain a little bit, you should know that you don't take a plea right before trial. You're working in the DA favor.
That's what
I mean, it don't got nothing to do with the streets. At the end of the day, it got something to do with common sense. That's for one. You feel what I'm saying? So then on top of that, nigga ain't did nothing. So why would you basically folding on your man? I ain't finna keep saying it no other type of way. You basically you folding on a nigga like, damn, bro, you just gonna you folding. It's on some air man for theyself type shit. Ain't no sugarcoating, bro. Niggas on some air man like, fuck it, bro, I'm saving myself. That's what's going on, so bro. Niggas don't at the end of the day showing where the loyalty really stands at. For sure.
You feel like that with everybody on the case?
No, I don't, because like me and you know, on a personal note, it's deeper than it's that with certain people. You feel what I'm saying? So, and then everybody didn't have the same plea. Everybody didn't take the same plea. Everybody didn't get in there and say this, that, and the third. It's a lot of niggas said different shit.
So there's some people who took pleas where you respect it, and then there's other people who took pleas where they had to say things as a result of the plea that you don't respect.
Yeah, it's only one dude, man. Who I don't really want to say his name, but it's only, you feel me? It's only one dude who I feel like I know his situation. I know what's going on. I know what plea he took. I know what's going on with him. But it's like
it's different. You gonna respect certain people that like all right, they gonna call it picking and choosing sometimes. You get what I'm saying? They gonna call it picking and choosing sometimes, but it happens everywhere. You get what I'm saying? Like these situations, this one is just public, right? So we ain't even gotta go no further into the person that he talk about, because he don't want to bring it up. But it's just like, all right, some people really ain't had nothing to do with nothing, and they been changed their life from even dealing with these people due to back history of loyalty. Loyalty issues and abandonment issues. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like some people feel like they been left out to dry. So why is they fighting this case?
Really? Who feels like that?
It's a lot of people on the case that's taking it. They feeling like he got more money and you wasn't making sure I was straight while you was there. I'm not saying that it's cool. This is me telling you what's going on.
Right.
It's motherfuckers like, hey man, you got all the money. We in trouble behind you rapping this shit and talking about
what other
this,
reason? What other reason would you take a plea like that?
You ain't been taking care of me, so now I gotta keep it real with you. You ain't through it, nigga. I've been in jail. I've been in all type of situations, and you ain't threw me no money. So I mean, if that's Lil Bro, like that's up to Lil Jeff to decide who his friends is and who his friends ain't. So he not right or wrong for not sending the money. You get what I'm saying? But then, or taking care or making sure these certain people is in the right position, because you don't know what happened between them personally. But don't think that now that everybody caught a case because of some shit in 2013, 14, 15, that we feeling the same way about each other now. So a lot of people is pleading out due to I don't really even fuck with him. Why am I here? But you get what I'm saying?
But is that still snitching?
I mean, all right.
Because we just heard about Lucci refusing to sign.
Everybody's deal was different, so it depends on what they asked.
Everybody's plea wasn't.
But Lucci was his enemy, and he refused to testify against him.
No,
right?
he refused to show up.
I mean,
to
of
court.
course.
He probably already got a statement.
I mean, of course. Why? Of course. So what you gonna what you gonna go take it? You gonna go tell him? He doing what he's supposed to do.
He keeping his rep together.
But I'm saying like a random person or somebody who used to be cool with him and they fell out and now they're wrapped up as part of the indictment because of some shit that happened 6-7 years ago. That person snitching is like, I mean, would you put it on par with Lucci refusing to snitch? Or it's like, how much responsibility does that person have?
Nah, now listen to what you saying. You saying he's refusing to get on the stand at trial.
Right.
These people took pleas. You don't know what was stated at their when they plead out. They might not have said nothing about if he goes and talks about Thug, right? They might not have said nothing about crime and YSL and all that when they plead out. They might have just plead out to this, that, and the third. You got to go see that paperwork in order to. When you call somebody a snitch, you got to see if they even said something about the case at hand.
Fast.
You get what I'm saying? Because everybody could take a plea deal. Like, they not mad at Umfunk.
They're not.
They're not mad at Umfunk. That's his brother. He just was doing life. He don't got nothing to do with this case.
So, and that's the weird thing about it is that a lot of people are like, we're going to wait to hold judgment about Gunna until we find out what Thug thinks about it. But then obviously Thug is not in a position to be issuing statements about who he's cool with right now, right?
But that's what they want to do, that's that internet hip hop. That's that funny style shit, because you shouldn't have to wait on no man to validate something that you done seen with your own eyes. You done seen with your own. Why would you wait? So what is y'all waiting on? So what if he's like, what y'all waiting on? Y'all seen the same shit. Y'all wanted to come and say, yeah, like, yeah, I still, he snitched, but yeah, I fuck with him still. Like, y'all still gonna fuck with him because of that too? Y'all same nigga who was talking about this snitch shit, y'all still a fuck with a nigga just a thug fuck with him. Like, the shit be watered down and fake and weird to me. Like, I don't be with it. I really just I don't.
But if Thug, let's say Thug beats all the charges a couple months from now, and then he says, Gunna solid, I don't give a fuck, he a real one.
Hey,
I mean, everybody's like that's going to kind of redeem him in almost everybody's eyes, right? I'm not saying that's going to be the case, but
if that's what them folk want to do, let them. Hey, that ain't gonna redeem him.
Let me tell you what's going. Let me tell you what's going on. If I was in jail and I got somebody signed to me that could hold the brand up while I'm in jail, and everybody bashing them, I will figure out a way to get that statement to the street. However,
yeah, because he don't have to say much. All he'd have to say is,
"Fall back, bro.
Gunna, my brother for life."
Yeah,
boom.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna be able to say nothing about Gunna after that, right?
Or one, I love you.
Yeah.
Anything.
Tweet that. Boom. He's good. Yeah.
That's what I mean? That's all that. If everything was, I just feel like I said earlier in this shit, like a motherfucker should have, when you going, like he said exactly what, like, cause in the hood, if niggas is going to trial and you plea out before trial, it's a problem. It don't matter what you plead out to, cause you admitting guilty.
You working in the DA favor
that I'm fighting life for, or I'm fighting all these years for. I got to go to trial. Right. So you trying to take the easy route out. If you know that you're not guilty, you're gonna get that amount of time regardless. You get what I'm saying?
Right. You ain't did shit.
And if you just shut the fuck up and they know that you played a little part in this shit, right before trial, they gonna give you a sweet deal, and everybody know that they not trying to spend money on everybody going to trial.
A weak ass case.
Like no weak ass case. Like that's like taking somebody to trial on 2 ounces of weed.
Right.
Like, man, let's get him out of here. If he jumped for probation early, a long probation sentence is cool. If he stay down, he gonna get what he want type shit. Or we can fry him.
How close are you, or were you to Gunna? Like, how long was he around? A lot of people kind of have that question. Is like, was he really like part of YSL like that, or was he just, you know, like, was it just more of a music thing?
I met Gunna when I got out of prison. And I was talking to him on the phone and shit like that, like right before I got out. He was like, "Damn, bro, I know you finna come home, boy. Woo-doo up in here about to do." So once I got out, I met him and was kicking it with him. Like I always said, bro, Gunna's a good, genuine nigga. He a good dude, like genuinely, like for real. I fought with him, bro. Yeah, and it was just I was rocking with him, like him, Buka, goddamn Nietzsche, the boy Money Mar, all them, like his little surrounding little circle, all them boy good genuine niggas. I rocked them boys and I fought with them. But it's like, damn, certain shit it's questionable though. Like it's like what the like how can you certain shit I just don't be knowing. So I just be want to sit down and really wish I could talk to a nigga like how
you made too much money with that man. You made too much money with that man to not get your deal cleared through him. Like your lawyer, even if he came with it today and you heard them saying that you had to say something about YSL, you could have asked your lawyer to get the deal reworded, or
you need to talk to these people.
Slime lawyer, ask him if this is even a cool thing to do before a trial.
And they did not do that.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like I feel like that's a rookie mistake because the motherfucker ain't never fought a case.
You didn't get your lawyer, or no, y'all didn't even, like, you feel me? Like, how you didn't even, you just, every man for themselves, man.
It is kind of crazy because everybody else on the indictment is, you know, some of them are artists and shit, but nobody's even close. Like, Gunna and Thug are the only ones who are, like, mega famous.
Yeah.
But then Gunna is the only other one who had to sign a plea agreement that is kind of like humiliating.
Yeah,
you know, in a sense.
Told, even you knew what you saying yes ma'am to that. It felt funny to you, like you get what I'm saying. Like what you should have did was
about your plea before you know about your plea before you even sit in there.
Sit in there. So when they say they about to ask you about this, that, and the other, and that feeling that you got in your stomach when they said that, you kind of started sweating a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you know when you're doing something wrong.
Fact.
You get what I'm saying?
You
should have just told your lawyer like, hey, let's hold off to the next court date and try to straighten this shit up, son. You know what I mean?
Shit don't sound right. It ain't right.
It ain't really right. You get what I'm saying? And that's my little bro. Like, he did so much for me, I can't speak bad about him. That's why you even getting this much out of me and everything. It's going to be. But it's like, there's certain ways you could go about that shit. Like, I feel like when you take a plea deal, if everybody pleading out, you get what I'm saying? Then it's all right to get a plea deal. No matter what they say at the plea, like we all finna plea to this shit. So it don't matter what they say. Like, yeah, YSL.
That's how it's supposed to
and all that. You get what I'm saying? But you let that come from the solidarity. Like everybody got to stay solid.
Right.
All the way through until right before trial. Don't nobody say nothing. No cracks, no bends, no crevices. Like don't nobody say nothing. And when we get to trial, they have nothing. So they could damn near dismiss all these cases.
Facts. When you go to doing shit like that, you fucking up the whole. You fucking up the defense now. What is my defense now?
Because nobody.
This is a record label. Y'all people saying that this is a game, and my defense is this is a record. This is my record company.
You got Kevin Lyles
which it is.
I'm stamping this. This is a $1 billion record label or a Fortune 500, 300 entertainment. Like you get what I'm saying?
And
he's coming in and hey. That's a record label. It's not a gang. I signed them. You got motherfuckers that like that same energy that we had when everybody first went to jail. Like free YSL, the label, just let the street, the public, the government, these people that was fighting for you, the Jay-Z's and the man, you was straight.
Right.
Look at my boy 21. He just got to stay out of trouble. He's straight.
Right. Yo,
he's straight.
Does it bother you to see people saying the YSTell thing, and like do you feel like the actions of some of the people involved are now like reflecting on the brand name as a whole, and does that bother you as somebody who was working on this brand for all these years?
Yeah, it definitely made me feel like it's a double-minded thing, because I'm like, damn man, they making this shit look funny style, like it's a little funny style a little bit right now, but at the same time, like we done put in so much, we done did so much great shit, bro, and so much shit that's amazing and just legendary for real. Right. That it's like bro, the real I can't just sit back and just let this shit just tarnish our shit and just bring us down like that. Hell no, we still gonna push this shit. And if that's how certain people looking, let them look like that. But I'm gonna let them know it's still some real to this, and we still gonna be doing what we doing because it's not a gang. I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm not gonna YSL. It ain't over with for us. Like, we still legendary. Like, this shit is legendary. We done did a lot of legendary shit. Like, long live Lil Keed. Lil Bro was a legend. Thug a legend, Gunna a legend. We're gonna go on and say all this. Like, it ain't even no smoke with me and him either. Like, it ain't no, I know the little song that I got buzzing on and the shit that it's no beef between me and Gunna. Like, I don't hate this, man. It's just, hey, bro, nigga, this shit down there hurt a nigga, bro, what a nigga did, bro. Like, damn, bro, you basically folding on a nigga, bro. Like, damn, bro, we real niggas from the street for real, bro. Like, niggas don't do that, bro.
I thought people were joking when I heard, like, oh, snitching's becoming cool, popular, whatever. But it does kind of feel like in the last year or two, like, I basically went, like, my whole time listening to rap music, not really knowing about too many rappers who snitched. And now in, the last 2 years, it feels like I could name 10 off the top of my fucking head. Like, it's become kind of weirdly common. Or people just got a lot better at finding out about it.
Yeah,
that too.
Yeah,
that too.
Fact.
Because 1090 Jake changed the game.
Yeah.
1090 Jake can have your ass. What'd you say?
And just they let anybody rap now. That's another thing.
That's true, too.
They let anybody in the rap game right now. Anybody can just be whoever the hell they want. They come in and be the kill. They gonna kill 30 niggas.
When we was young,
you feel me? Like, it just
we was young, the rapper wanted to be the street dude.
Right.
It was a separate, like, he a rapper. Like, you get what I'm saying? When I grew up, it was corny to be the rapper if you was a gangster. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it grew into the street niggas. Like, when Gucci, Tip, and Jeezy start rapping and talk about street, like, what motherfuckers was doing, then all the street niggas wanted to start being rappers.
And now we're at the point where
I'm saying? So
you
the original
can't be
rapper
a popular,
is the same as an actor.
Like, as a rapper, it's almost impossible for you to be a popular rapper if people don't at least have the perception that you're respected in that regard. Like, even somebody like Gunna, who realistically in his music was not talking about killing people, was not really on some super. He wasn't screaming his fucking gang affiliations from the mountaintop or nothing like that. Yeah. But everybody gave him that pass. Oh, he's down with thugging them. He seems like he's with this shit, whatever. Like, that's really important to the fans these days. That's not just like a small percentage of fans are paying attention to that.
And that's crazy because all of these fans are the same people. Like, oh yeah, I would have told him. Like, you see the same fan that's calling somebody a snitch on this page. He's like, oh yeah, he's not wrong for telling. Like, is he supposed to be? Right. He's supposed to go to jail for his. Like, you're listening. Why are we letting the realism be judged by the internet? The internet, like, as long as your hood, right, like a street nigga, it's your immediate surroundings, man. It's the people you never gonna see. How are you even judging what's going on over here? Right. And that's the only thing about the Boston Richey shit. Like, if he did shoot the police some cap and was just in there naming names and them wasn't real names and didn't nobody go to jail over it, he really didn't do nothing wrong. He really funny for that. Right. Like, that's the funny shit. If he really went in there and made up a whole story and they let him out of jail because he had caught a case, that's the funny shit, because he's saying none of them people was real names. Didn't nobody go to jail over it. They ain't even.
It's too bad for him, because I feel like nobody's ever gonna figure that out, and nobody's ever gonna.
Nobody
really
gives
care.
a fuck. Yeah, nobody gives a fuck. But I heard that. Where I hear that from? I think my bro that's over there. Is that where I heard it from? Yeah, he came back, like, because we be watching this shit together all the time. So he was like, oh yeah, you know, he came back and didn't nobody go to jail over that shit, and all the names was fake that he was talking about. He just was throwing the loop on the police. Right. You get what I'm saying? I wish I could pull up the video right now.
I think it was somebody came out though, Brody, who was talking.
That was on
a nigga came out
like
saying
that was like a GTA, and he said, yeah, he was in a stolen car. You get what I said? That was a GTA. It was him and his homeboy. Yeah, but it was about a GTA. It wasn't about no murder. It was about they was all in a stolen car, and I think he said something in the middle, like, yeah, I knew the car was stolen type shit.
I don't know.
But you got to go back and look at it.
Either way it go though, I ain't nigga like me, man. We
don't do that. No, I'm just saying, even with the Boston Richey shit, like it's blowing what he got going on. But
yeah, it shouldn't be no mystery in these nigga history, man. The bottom of the line, it shouldn't be no mystery in your history, man. Cause this is what's gonna come to light when niggas be doing when you do flaw shit, fake shit, bro. It gonna come to light, and it be coming to the light at the wrong time when these niggas be right in the middle of their career where they be doing good, and that shit take them down.
Point blank, period.
You shouldn't be. It shouldn't be no mystery in your history.
Because
as soon as how old you is.
When Future and them kicked him off the tour, it's just like, well, where do you go from there? That just makes you look so guilty that it's like it don't matter, right?
No, he dead ass wrong for talking to the police. Period. Even with the GTA case, if everybody's sticking with it wasn't no stolen car, nigga, it wasn't. We don't know it's a stolen car. We don't know it's a stolen car. You got to stick with it. You get what I'm saying? But it's just like the internet is putting these narratives on shit. And they don't know what's going on. But then I feel like when bro said that shit, I'm like, nah, he ain't defend himself good enough. Like, he ain't come on the internet and make sure that motherfuckers knew that off the rip. Like, he ain't going to go get the niggas in his hood and putting them, like, you know what I'm saying? I be putting my, like, hey, bro, I'm over here right now. Like, fuck you talking about, nigga ain't over here. Like, nigga telling them, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? But then money will let you stay around too, though. Cause a lot of niggas that tell and be rich, and then it's just like shit.
But you know, that's like there's like a over accusing of snitching thing going on, because like they found the paperwork of 1090 Jake when he was young as fuck, and he like shot out his grandma's window with a BB gun or some shit. It was some stupid ass shit that he did when he was younger, right? And the cops came, and he was like, "Nah, it was these two white kids were walking down the street. They did it."
Yeah. But
they're acting like that's snitching because
cool.
he made up something. I'm like, that's too much, bro.
Nah, my boy told us. My boy 1090 Jake told about in prison, in jail. He told where the knives and phones and shit was.
Oh, because he made videos while he was in there, and then when he got out, he made YouTube videos about it.
He told on the niggas in jail, bro, where the knives. You know how niggas snitches
so he was telling the police that shit?
Bro, they got the video of this nigga like a good Samaritan inmate type shit.
Yeah.
But his thing is that he said that he was trying to protect them from the COs.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I forgot y'all even had y'all
situation.
See,
guess what?
We over here talk about this. I forgot about
this. Because this what made it come. It came out after with the shit with academics. After that, it came. That video came out because he was on there, keep trying to. Oh yeah, man, I ain't looked into you. I'm like, all right, look into me, bro. Like whatever you. Ain't no mystery in my history. That where that came out there. Like
point blank.
Bro, you tripping? So right after that, bro, like the next day, bro, they came out with a video of him. Somebody probably listening like, hold on, you trying to act like somebody, you a snitch, and they pulled up a video.
But to be fair, he never tried to hide the fact that he was exposing what was going on inside the prisons. Like,
wait,
he never thought it was snitching.
No. Did he expose when he came home?
Yes.
Or did he go to the law inside the jail like, hey man, the boys got the phones right there?
Yeah, he put it on YouTube. He didn't go to the cops either way.
He was in jail when he did. But
he did the YouTube and did it in jail.
I don't know why he did. I don't know what he did YouTube.
What did you? He was talking to an officer telling him.
Yeah, they had like a little. You know how they do like them shows, like a little. I mean, the prison little videos.
Yeah,
they had him doing the prison videos, basically saying that I telling where the knives and the phones and shit at in this motherfucker, basically. No cap. We can pull it up, but we ain't trying to get too deep into 1090.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I got to see that. But yeah, like I said, they were over accused too.
It's a mystery history too.
To Jake, if we got details wrong here.
I know.
I got mad love for the guy, but
I fuck with Jake. I fuck with you, but if he told, he told.
Oh no, it's mystery history.
But if we got the facts wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because until motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, see everything, you know what I'm saying? I can't really talk about it like that, but you get what I'm saying, nigga? Yeah. I'm gonna go look into it, but shout out 1090 Jake. I fuck with him though. I fuck with what he be doing for just keeping it real. But then if it's two sides to every story, you already know.
But we've like kind of seen in the last couple of days how serious the Gunna alienation from YSL might be, because on this Lil Keed song, basically like they edited out Gunna's name from it, right?
What Keed song? I don't know.
It's like a single that they've been lining up, I guess, or something, and they were saying that they removed Gunna's name from it, which is making everybody be like, oh shit.
Can't wait to hear this song.
If you're gonna remove his name from a dead man's song, then that's really making it clear that the people involved don't want that in there.
Well, got it. Not what it is got it is on the internet showing that he don't fuck with Gunna. So if got anything to do with his brother's estate, that's like Ralphie and Draco. He probably just took it out because he don't fuck with him type shit.
Yeah. That's mainly what that probably is though.
Yeah, but Gunna shout out seemingly removed from Lil Keed's new song.
Yeah. It shows. I mean, it shows in a lot of ways. That's why I'm like, it's a lot of people, and it's like nobody defending it, but it's like at the end of the day, everybody got a choice.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody got a choice at the end of the day.
But there's been some pretty viral interrogations of different YSL members, like particularly the YSL Woody thing got a shitload of attention. How'd you feel when you saw that?
It really was kind of devastating for me because it's like shit like that. I already knew for real. That's why I kind of fell back and I wasn't around like that because I seen these type of motherfuckers I ain't really fuck with. He can't never say he kicked it with me or he talked to me or he.
Was Woody from YSL though?
So you don't know
Woody
like
from? I ain't never kicked it with Woody.
Putting YSL before the Woody is kind of crazy. Yeah, I grew up with the YSL.
So you didn't know him to be a YSL
is
member
Woody
like
from
that?
YSL?
Nah, man.
He from Mechanicsville, ain't he?
Yeah, exactly.
He
so
from 30D.
I ain't even want to get into all that.
But I'm just saying. I'm clarifying.
You good for
I'm
saying
right
you
here.
good.
I can say it.
Yeah, that's what I said. You good.
I don't got nothing to do with
Facts.
that shit. I
Exactly.
just was watching the movie.
I'm glad you out here with me saying this.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I can say it. Shit, he ain't even from over there. I know that for a fact.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's just like YSL Woody. All right, y'all putting that on them, but
then
Woody ain't no YSL member.
The crazy thing about that is that then like a couple weeks after the video came out of him testifying, he put out a statement saying, "I will never testify and free Young Thug."
Man.
Which we don't. I don't know how that.
Yeah, we seen the whole 3-hour video of Buddy saying the most devastating shit ever, man.
Like nigga checking his post.
If people heard what he was saying though, on a serious note though, it really deep. If a nigga really listen to
I listen.
What he was saying, bro, it really sad, bro. Like you had a real. It's crazy, bro.
I told him, man, you need to stop moving like that, man. Listen, bro, you ain't got to. That shit crazy, and he got caught pulled over with some little shit. Yeah, nothing but some pounds. And
you went whole movie role.
Movie role.
So what do you think is going to happen with this whole trial and everything? Because it's pretty unique just seeing all these people get these crazy ass plea agreements where they don't have to serve any more jail time, and they've been pretty open about the fact that they just really want to take Thug down and all this. Like, how do you kind of predict it's going to
go? It's so much stuff that they done did. It's so much shit that they done did, but that was kind of really wrong and kind of illegal. I feel like it's gonna be on some mistrial shit. This shit gonna get thrown out. It's gonna be on some bullshit. And then on another note, you know, I just look at it like it's in God's hands. It's in God's hands. We don't really know how it's gonna predict, but I'm just saying on the law terms, it's a lot of shit they did wrong. A lot of shit. Like y'all almost.
It's like you trying to plant evidence on them at this point. If they're throwing out all of this key evidence due to illegal search warrants and illegal this, illegal that, like what substantial evidence did y'all have to lock this man up in the first place? If the warrant that you came to pick him up on was illegal, how the hell do you keep him? It was all the way down to the lawyers, to the judge. The way that he making these, you almost making people take the plea. Yeah, you telling people, like, are you sure? You can get all this as a judge. You don't supposed to do that. You can't do that.
It's my decision. You making me
right
now.
There.
You tricking my mind to make me feel like I have to take a plea. Right. As a judge, you don't suppose that's illegal. You don't. I don't know the exact illegal the law terms of that, but
state prison. And once I tell you, once I get the Bible, I can't take it back because I gotta
you don't supposed to do that, bro.
You cannot persuade.
As a judge, you don't supposed to do that. That's coercion. What's the word is coercion? Yeah, you don't supposed to do that.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to do that.
You can't persuade. That's like me persuading the witness not to tell. Like, that's the case. Like, hey, yeah, man, you gonna really go?
It's the same
you
thing.
Gonna go up on the.
That's why I said Georgia law is fucked up.
Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like they gonna give me a case for trying to tell somebody. Don't go tell on somebody. Like, you really gonna do that? Then you really not gonna take the, like, come on, bro. It's a whole lot of crooked shit going on in this case to where it's gonna be pretty ugly for the DA. The defense, they got a lot of fight.
That's why the trial is gonna be so long. I think it's gonna be the longest trial in Fulton County.
Yeah,
that's why it's gonna be so. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Then they double back now. It's just everybody got a RICO. I heard that they picked up the drug money, whatever their name is.
It's a bunch
drug
of
rich.
Drug rich. Yeah,
they got them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did see something.
They
like
tried.
That.
Then one didn't work, and then they just picked them up. This is just me talking as a podcaster. I ain't talking. I'm not talking as street going into people's business, but I just seen that they picked it. It's like now this is what they doing out there. Like they trying to just RICO everybody out, but everybody got to understand this. As a black man, a successful man, period, but a man of color, once you get the millions, you got to protect your brand, man. You got to, like, for what I was wild when I was young, but what I'm seeing now, you got to cut off all the bullshit people around you, all them bullshit niggas that you know is live wires and can actually fuck up everything you got going on because they're going to make it look. I didn't even have half of what Slime and them got. And they was trying to make me look like the worst person in the world in jail for them 4 years. Just all the shit that was popping up on me. Oh, he was involved with this. Oh, he had involvement with this case. You know what I'm saying? Like, they tried to make me look terrible. So if you get this money, you got to for sure protect it. You got to start nipping shit in the bud for sure. The ones that you know, chip them off, give them something and tell them to pay you back. They're never going to come back around. You know what I'm saying? Do it the smart way, because at the end of the day, these motherfuckers,
give them some money, tell them to pay.
Yeah, tell them to pay you back.
Yeah, you'll never see them again.
You'll never see them again. I'm trying to tell you, give them like 20, give them 10.
You can give 5.
You can give them 5 and tell them to pay you back. I'm trying to tell you, they not gonna pay you back. They not gonna come around no more. So the whole thing is just something that happens in the black community. They don't pay back. I don't know. And if they do, you know what I'm saying? Like, all I'm telling you to do is protect your brand, because they trying to vote everybody out. You see how they did Meek Mill over Poppin' Willies. You see how they doing everybody that got these. And stop trying to shoot once you get on.
Right.
All that trying to be
you
the shooter
still, you just got to move smart. You just got to start
smart.
thinking, man.
That's all it is right now. Because like it's to the point to where it's sad. It's like you fucking up legacies. Like right when we getting like because we come from slavery and trying to build. So now we hit the lick to get in the dough, and then you giving it right back to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me just seeing it from being young to now, the age I am. Like, damn, when you get on, you kind of do got to square up. You got to just go ahead and let them tell you ain't no street nigga no more or nothing, because you trying to be there too much, you either end up like Nipsey or you end up like Thug.
I mean, hey, there's a lot of truth to that. Yeah, I mean, anybody would tell you that, though. Like, once you start getting real money, then you got to start moving a little bit different, right?
Yeah, you got to. Like even,
you got to, because
especially if you got that shit in your past.
Even the way that you, even the way that you give back to the community, you got to be kind of strategic about that. You gotta go ahead and just make it about the kids. The grown-ups that fucked up and ain't caught on by now, fuck them.
Fact.
You got to give it to the kids and let the kids, you get what I'm saying? I'm serious, because it's like everything else is going to look crazy.
Yeah,
you helping the motherfucker, and then he tell the police you helped him, he's gonna have you in jail.
If you give money to the kids, aren't they just gonna give the money to their fucked up parents?
Not giving the money to the kids, you got to give the resources. You got to give the resources to the kids. That's the like to give back to the community. Now we got to go ahead and just make it about the kids and try to blossom a better person out of the ones that's coming up, because the ones that we trying to help that keep on fucking up, like, let them, one day they gonna get tired of fucking up and going to jail. They gonna get right anyway. You still gonna be here to fuck with them.
All right,
and it's not gonna crash.
I got another question that's not related to anything about y'all. How did you feel when you saw 6ix9ine getting the beats in the public gym bathroom?
I knew it. I'm on shit like, but I knew it. Somebody was gonna get it. Somebody was gonna get his ass, because you do too much talking.
It's about time.
I just had told him this. You want to argue and go back and forth with me? I had just told him this on the phone. Like,
you guys were getting into it about that, right?
Yeah,
that was on the academics call. He was on there too.
Yeah. So I was just telling him, like, hey, bro, you trying to be gangster so bad, bro. Like, all right, let's trade places then, bro. Like, I'm trying to get where you at, bro. Like, I'm trying to make some millions out of this. I'm trying to take care of my family. You want to be gangster so bad. And that's the type of shit. That's how the universe. That's how the universe works.
That's what I'm
you portraying this gangster, this character shit so much.
You putting that energy out
there. Yeah, you portraying this character shit a little too much, and they got somebody whoop that ass, man.
It didn't even look like the funniest shit. It came in the worst, like the craziest form ever, because you did not think that it was gonna be that type of race or that type of person that whooped your ass. You thought it was gonna be a nigga like me. You stand away from. anybody gonna get up, but don't nobody respect that pussy shit that you doing when you trying to be in the streets and still be a gangster after you did that. Like
he told on like one of the most famous blood hoods in New York that like are really about this shit. Nobody's doubting that. But then he got by some Latin kings in Florida in a gym. Man.
Come on, because nobody respects.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what was your security? Like, what was your people think? I don't know. Once you get so much,
he probably ain't seen no black people in that area. He don't know it's coming in that form. He ain't thinking.
Hey, you like kicking all this street shit, talking all this character.
Yeah, he forgot because he ain't really from the streets. He forgot, nigga, that his own people will get up on him sometimes.
My thing is that they showed him working out and he's using the stair machine. Yeah. I got one of them stair machines in my garage. This shit like $3,000 or something. Yeah, maybe $5,000. I don't know. My girl uses it for the most part, but like. He got millions of dollars worth of cars in his yard. You can't like get that machine.
I would have had my
put it in your fucking garage.
I would have had my own gym.
And then he's in the sauna. You could build a sauna for like $10,000 or some shit like that. It's not that much to build a sauna.
They got the houses with the whole set.
The shower come with sauna.
Come on,
that's
man.
what I'm saying. The crib.
Listen, he's in Miami. He's in Florida. They got whatever set of house you want. They'll put that shit together for you. You got money like that.
You got big ass houses. You can put all kinds of shit in there.
Like go spend a 50p. You can put a whole LA Fitness, half of LA Fitness in your house for like 150 bands.
Yeah, I bet he think about it now. I bet he build him on LA Fitness for sure.
Man, that nigga got to build.
But they said that the reason why he was on the machine and why he was in the sauna is because he's trying to lose weight because he wants to be looking right so he could drop music. I would say that this probably was like had the opposite effect where he probably don't really want to drop music now, right?
Yeah, he that probably meant.
But this the thing. After you told and got out and you were still doing numbers, why the fuck are you still trying to
troll niggas though? How can you be a rat?
You are cracking in all the Hispanic countries. They do not give a fuck that you told. It's all right. Go ahead and eat that up and live that life, man. You making millions. You still living the life you fucked up over here in the streets.
Exactly.
Get up out of them.
My thing is, if that happened to me, people are going to laugh at me for sure. I'm going to be a laughing stock. But I never came out and was like, oh, nobody could ever get me. I'm the toughest dude in the fucking world. With him, it's like, how are you moving around that lazy? And then you're also like literally on Twitch or on whatever talking like you're the toughest guy in the fucking world. It just doesn't make any sense to me that he, unless he really was like, he kind of hates himself and his life so much that he was just down to be like, fuck it, I'll just throw myself to the wolves.
The most dishonorable moment of this all though, you're passing it up. And I know you, I don't want you to say nothing, but how do you feel about Wack 100 chiming in on his side, telling them to get well soon? And
I ain't even heard it. I don't even really listen.
I know you did, but I
saw Wack 100 repost the video of him getting jumped, and I sent that video to the group chat, and I said, yo, don't you think if you were this dude's manager, you wouldn't just be reposting the video of him getting jumped?
He put all type of shit like, so he is management, right?
I guess, yeah.
But you can't feel bad for Snitch getting his due diligence. Like after he did what he did, you knew it was coming.
As a manager, you shouldn't even want to be a manager.
As a Pyru alone, you should have just not spoke on it, period. You could have called him on his phone like, all right,
just say nothing.
Bro, we gonna get
he ain't said nothing. Like he ain't posted on Instagram since it happened.
But he doesn't give a fuck where his views and his likes and all that shit comes from. But we come on, like that was the craziest shit of all. Like, come on, bro, because outside of how y'all look at him, I'm in the other culture. And it's a lot of young bloods that look up to this man like he's like a general. And it's like, y'all gonna act blind and act like y'all don't see him. Like, generals can't have dealings with people like him.
Right.
You could have dealings with regular civilians from the start, and then if they snitch, you can't have a reject blood with you, and you supposed to be a blood, and you just like, that's the craziest shit in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the craziest shit in the world to me. Like, and you like standing up publicly, like, okay, it's one thing if you doing it and getting your bag out of it, like, bro, you don't gotta make us look like that every time that you post some shit, unless y'all. I feel like, but what people don't know, it's like this many people that fuck with him in that culture.
What you're saying about Wack?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, like I feel like Wack and a lot of the issues he started having with people publicly, kind of that all happened like pretty much at the moment that he started fucking with 6ix9ine like that, for better or for worse. It felt like that's when we started to hear about all these people having issues with Wack.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know about shit that I don't know about, but on a public level,
yep.
You didn't know about him having problems with Big U until that shit, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
or at least I didn't.
I didn't know about the problems, but I did. I mean, I be around, so I did know the distancing that took place, and you know what I'm saying. But that was on how they were moving. I don't know the details behind it or whatever, but they was at some point every day or every week. You would see something with them together, and then it just went blank for a year. So it's like common sense tell you that something went wrong there.
Right.
But
do you think that the streets, like this version of hip hop that we've seen over the last few years, really take hold, where it feels like everybody who's popping has to have some kind of like street connection or be verified by some people in the streets or whatever? You think that that's kind of on the way out, and we're going to be seeing more rappers who are just completely separate from any kind of street shit, because a lot of these Ricos and everything, it makes it seem less appealing to certain people, especially young kids that might not really be from that world?
You're going to see a whole lot of street YouTubers in a second. They'll be like, fuck this shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, that shit really getting played out, though. And it just showing us it's getting played out. Like, that type of shit really is getting kind of played out. Like, the drill shit is cool and all that, but at some point, it's like, bro, come on, man. We're going to keep thinking. We're going to, like, that shit is getting played out. So we should try to switch it up and do some more shit and do some.
They're going to kill
we gotta elevate.
We gotta, before now it's cool to kill up the artists. Like, man, we listening to him for motivation. What y'all keep killing the artists for? Like, but crazy, y'all keep putting yourself, like, you don't laugh about people's dead, homie. You putting yourself, like, it's ways. Like, rap beef has definitely changed, too.
Facts.
Because rap beef used to be a verse. Like, Nas and Jay-Z still here. The Tupac and Biggie shit was kind of a little bit deeper than just some rap beef. You get what I'm saying? Like, with Tupac in the mind state that he got set up first, and Biggie saying he didn't have nothing to do with it. Like, that was a little bit. But all the other beefs, it's like, a diss track came out. Battle rap. That was like rap beef. That was like rap beef. Then they start putting it on the... Now, Chicago done made rap beef a whole different... I feel like it originated right there, because once Chicago start, the JoJo and all that start going up, then everybody start putting their ops in it. Then everybody smoking on this dude. And because Smoking Tuka, no disrespect, because I don't know, because I'm talking about, but like, that's the term that started everybody smoking on their dead ops and all that. Then the Florida niggas took it to a whole nother level. They at the graves. They making
on the golf course.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, what the hell? So like now it's like motherfuckers getting to it over the rap beef, because it's like it's dead body, it's already blood spilled.
I saw a meme that was like LA be like, why are we blackballed from the industry? And then the other part of the meme was like, y'all killed Biggie, Pop Smoke, PNB Rock, and you extorted everybody who tried to do anything in the rap game, and y'all wonder why the industry doesn't fuck with it.
That's what I said.
As a person who's really from out here, does that ring true?
For sure. But then also it's look, it's also the separation in hoods. Like, we can't unify, like, we can't get all together and push one movement. Like, we can't have the hardest dude from over here and the hardest dude and build like one label that's powerful, then spread. You get what I'm saying? You could do more of that in different states and all that. Like, I mean, everybody got ops, but it's like less hate.
But we used to think that,
like, a motherfucker put that beef to the side if it ain't no spilled milk. If it ain't no blood spilled, motherfuckers will put that beef to the side in another state and go get the money.
But we used to think that Atlanta was real unified, right? And then, like, as time goes by, we start to realize, like, they have...
No, they just put the bullshit to the side for the money. Like I don't want to even speak on too many beasts, but it's just like, just say with the Marlo and all that shit going on, but 21 and Baby is still like this. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because at some point, like, that bullshit that y'all got going on that level down there don't accumulate to these millions. And like you said, at one point when you're big, it's a lot of people that's connecting themselves to you that ain't too far connected to you. So it's like, bro, we not beefing over no mistake that this dude made or whatever the case is. And I don't know what the fuck it is. This is just me watching YouTube and shit. You get what I'm saying? And I doubt that that's really what it is, because motherfuckers really be fucking with each other out there. But I be seeing, like, even like on the east side with duct tape and all them, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like certain issues they got, but they keep all that Zone 6 shit together. Like, this just me coming from LA and just being there for a long time.
In Atlanta, we're gonna definitely stick together though when it's time to come together.
Yeah,
but you know, they gonna have their little own personal
if the blood spill, it ain't no coming back, I feel like.
Nah, it can't. It be like, come on now. It ain't no come back from that, bro. Blood been spilled.
Yeah, when blood spill, it's like if nobody's been harmed to the situation, but out here it could be no blood spilled or nothing. It's just fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be nothing. Like ain't nothing happened between these two hoods in 15 years. Like why we can't go get a bag?
So what are you focused on in life right now? Like what's the main shit that's taking up your time, and what are you passionate about right now?
Right now, I'm trying to go full throttle with my music, cause I never been consistent enough with my music. I always be on and off with it, on and off. So right now I'm just trying to be full throttle and just consistent with my music right now, and trying to really make this shit work for real with the music.
It's got to be kind of weird because you don't know what the next couple of years are going to be like, right? Like it could be that you guys are right back in the swing of things, or it could be that you're kind of out here without that support base, right?
Yeah, I think about that a lot, but at the same time, I look at it like shit. I gotta keep it pushing. I'm the one that who else gonna do it? Ain't too many motherfuckers that's left. That's real. Who ain't did no flaw shit. Who ain't did no funny style shit. So I feel like who else gonna do it? So even if it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. I'm finna try it. I'm finna try to be. I feel like I'm gonna be the one. I need to be the one to do it.
How you think Jeff gonna feel when he come home? Like, how do you think his actions, not towards you, but just to the rap world, to YSL period, how do you think he's going to come home and adapt to all the trauma that he just went through? Like,
he ain't going to know who to trust.
That's something we can't even predict. That's something we can't even.
Yeah, like
you don't want to act like it already is going to happen, right?
Not with Gunna and all of them. I'm just saying, as far as how is that going to affect his music and just you know what I'm saying? Because we know him to be strong. We know him, but it like as we was coming up here, like Sis passed, Keed passed. You know what I'm saying? Like the indictment, like
Big, like
Mac. They all, like, it's a lot of people that was close to him that passed away during this little short bid. Like, I know a lot of people think that he been gone for a long time, but a year is considered to motherfuckers that been going to jail. Like, this is a short bid right now, but it's like, what is it, 9 months, almost going on 1 year in June?
Right. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I'm about it.
So I'm about 10 months, 11 months.
Yeah, because June will be the, like, right around June, because Gunna dropped and then they went to jail. Right at the top of the summer.
So I don't know, how you feeling about everything in life in general right now, or like how would you describe your mental state in terms of dealing with all this bullshit?
I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you and keep it as real as I can be, cause but that's all I know how to do. But it's like, bro, I go through a lot of ups and downs dealing with this shit for real. Like, it's just, I think about the outcome of with Brody. I think about just a lot of shit just go through my mind. And I still go through my regular life shit. I still got shit what I got going on. Still trying to rap. I'm still trying to do it. It's just like I go through a lot of ups and downs, because this shit mentally, this shit it'll get draining, it'll get overwhelming. Then I'm doing all this shit myself. I don't have a major label behind me. I don't have no big homie. I don't have nobody putting no bread behind me. Like, I don't have. So it's like I do a lot of this shit myself, and I have a lot of ups and downs dealing with this shit for real. Like, mentally for real. Like, this shit it get draining. It get draining sometimes. But I keep it pushing. I always keep my vibration high. You'll never see it on me like that.
Right.
But just speaking it out and telling you, just to answer your question though, I go through a lot of. Nigga go through their ups and downs for real, for sure, mentally.
Let's say Thug had to go away for an extended period of time. Is there a system that's going to keep YSL going in terms of signing new artists, or you think everything would just be kind of on the back burner until he came home?
When it comes to dealing with the label, I'm not involved with the label in no type of way. So It's like I don't really know what they gonna do as far as with the label.
Right.
I don't really know what they gonna do. I wish they can get me a part of it some type of way and let me get in. Cause maybe I can be the one that we can keep this shit going on the bigger, if that was the case. God forbid. I hope my brother not. You feel me? But I'm not involved with the label, so I won't really know what they'll do.
Do you feel like these major labels are gonna be like you Y'all about to get that 60 treatment or what? Y'all, you think that the major labels are gonna be like biased or like not wanting to sign YSL members due to the fact of back history?
I definitely feel like that's gonna be
because it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be a harder fight because a dope song is crazy. So like basically what I'm telling you is like if you gonna push yourself with the odds against you, you gotta give it your all, put your money into it. Like don't try to find out a marketing strategy for yourself outside of thinking that a label gone. You get what I'm saying? Because the fight gonna be harder. It's gonna take a hit. Now when you get a viral hit, then you go in there popping what you want to pop. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I was saying, do you feel like they gonna be acting like that towards y'all? Because they act like that with us.
Yeah,
and they were acting like that early on before Nipsey even cracked the door back open for us. And then one of our homies killed Nipsey. So it's like we don't deal with them at all.
Yeah.
They don't even want to be in the room with us. Once you get to the,
they definitely doing that. They've been doing me like that for a little second. You know, it's almost like a blackball type of thing, damn near. Yeah. You know, but I don't try to say that.
When I say blackball,
I don't try to say
I don't work hard.
Yeah, I don't try to say that. I ain't using no excuses and that like that. But it be that sometimes. The first thing people gonna say is, oh, this, that, and the third, or the name, or you feel me?
And it's like, what side of the involvement are you YSL that Thug is gonna come home and deal with, or are you YSL that he's not gonna deal with? You get what I'm saying?
Which is funny style shit to me, though. Which is funny style, kind of weird shit.
Yeah, but that's what
morally that shit is weird.
That's the politics that go on.
It's a business. Yeah, it's a business. I respect it. I respect the business.
Yeah, that shit. You know, I just wanted to know what was going on. How you feeling about that?
Yeah. I know they definitely gonna be on the funny style shit with that, cause it's an investment they trying to make. They feel like, why would I make an investment in something they can possibly it's a bad. You feel what I'm saying? They look at it might be a bad investment. That's how it's a business. Yeah.
But I feel like talent should speak over what you think, cause you can always. I feel like if you get the right person the bag, if you were have any type of like logic or like sense of vibes, like. You know, like the person that you trying to sign and what they own. Like if you give this person a bag, you've been around him for a little bit. Like as an A&R, you came out. You see, he got his life together. He don't really got no involvement in the streets. Whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying. And then you take it to your people and you don't fight for him. You let them tell you this because of where he's from, not knowing that if you give this man half of what you talking about, his whole life gonna change. And you'd probably be the best investment that you'd have made. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Right. And I ain't talking about myself. I seen it in different, like Conrad from the Ave, Pac-Man. Like, we don't get real deals over there. They did a whole lot of groundwork out of the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from the section, like, they got millions of views. They been going viral before viral was even. Groundwork. You get what I'm saying? But they won't give them no deals due to the involvement with where they from.
And it be like that.
I'm not gonna lie, the older I get, the more I'm like, you know, whenever there's an opportunity to do some content that's a little bit on the edge of like some dicey gang politics shit, I'm kind of like, maybe I'll just leave that alone.
Yeah. I've been peeping that. I've been peeping that. What was that, like the last 2 years you've been like that?
I would say the last like 6 months. Because like for a while there, it was like we were really doing whatever. Because we really bringing Crip Mac to the forefront was kind of what.
Yeah.
That kind of made shit real mixy for a minute there. But he about to be home again.
Yeah, he back.
The biggest Crip.
Oh, he locked up?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
If he can stay out, I'll be impressed.
He gets out with no tail. He don't got probation or parole. So if he just stays away, he'll be good. He'll be good.
Craziest motherfucker.
It's like old English. Is never the mix for staying out of jail.
I can just say this because that is a good point. But I could just say this: like we had a BMX contest or a jam, right? And we had him come out to it, and he's taking pictures with all the little kids. He's taking pictures with like because everybody was a fan of him at that moment and shit. And he got something in the pocket of his hoodie, big old obvious what the fuck it is, and he's hitting up 10-year-old kids on Instagram to be like, yo, take that photo down. You can see what's in my pocket. He's telling me, like, take that picture down. Like, I don't want my probation officer to see it and shit.
You was the one taking the motherfucking pictures.
I'm like, bro, like, you could have just wore some pants and, like, not, like, there's a lot of options. Like, you could have had a guy with you. Like,
You making enough money, you can pay $150, $250 for an event. Man.
Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I should have paid him more. He could have kept it.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, but yeah, Crip Mac definitely he's gonna be a hell of a dude when he comes back home. But do you think it's still gonna be there, or you feel like it's an A-Town or a Welvin thing?
I mean, his whole problem is just that he was burning himself out doing too much content while he was out here. You know, he was doing every podcast. He's charging people, so he's just doing. And for me, at a certain point, it became like I can't.
Too much of a business.
It's just a little too much of you out there to the point where, like, you know,
it's no exclusive.
You wearing it out, basically.
But it was also real complicated for me too, because remember, we had a certain Hoover person here.
And
that made it weird. And we didn't fuck with him for the last couple months before he went in because he was on the podcast on live. I wasn't even there, and he said "fuck you" to all them, really. And that's like the one thing that I always told him, like,
you gotta keep the disrespect.
I could fuck with you, but I remember after he did his first interview, as soon as he got done, he said, "I ain't diss the blah blah blahs either," and like he was proud of himself, that he didn't do it there because he knew it wasn't a good platform for it. But then like he was kind of like a different person each time he would come in, so you would get like a different version of him. You know?
And that's crazy. You'd blow a whole lot of business opportunity. I be keeping that. I be trying to keep that shit out of my mouth. I had to go back and apologize because Milk had got me out my character. So but that's another thing. Though.
Yeah, he'll do that. Mondo, I appreciate you coming in, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. I really enjoyed this shit, man. It's for a dude like me from Atlanta, and to come be on your platform, like this is big to me. This is major, and I appreciate you for just giving me a chance to speak on who I am. We ain't really just get too deep into it. We couldn't get too deep into it, but I just appreciate the opportunity, man.
I'm sure the version of your life story that you'll tell the world when you're like 50 or 60 or some shit, when you don't have to hide nothing anymore. You notice when you see the old heads doing Vlad interviews, they can just say whatever. Everybody dead. They don't gotta fucking hide nothing. That's just incredible. But I respect that you gotta, you know.
What you got up and coming? You dropping any singles? You got it? I got. What you got for us?
I got a few singles I'm finna drop. I got the No Mystery in My History. I got some shit called Jada Waiter I'm finna drop. The Anaconda. I got a lot of little shit I'm finna drop. I got a lot of visuals
Jada
I'm finna.
Waiter, man. What's that about?
Yeah, that Jada Waiter, that thing. It's hard. It's basically about women, like, get independent women, get money. Like, it ain't on no. It's like you know a lot of women, a lot of people look up to Jada Waiter, like look Jada Waiter on her shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's on that type of shit. You feel me? Nah.
At the back door.
I never do no disrespect. That's my man.
I know.
I never do.
Shit,
I'm saluting her though. I'm saluting her on some. I female. She bossed up. Yeah, for sure.
That's the American dream. You need a girl with a BBL and a nail brand. Like a lashes brand.
Man. For sure. Whatever it is, get in that bag. Whatever you're doing to get in that bag. As long as you ain't burnt out, baby.
You get you a girl that's
please don't burn it out.
That's bringing in half of what you bringing in, or damn near the same thing that you bringing in. That's like awesome.
That's a super plus. She can buy you the same shit that you buying her. Like, it really ain't about that, but it's like, damn, when you gonna show love to me? Like, I need that same shit in return sometimes.
Family can't operate one-sided. You can't build no whole household due just to a man bringing in the money and one person cooking. Like, that's not fair. Like, it's cool, like, in certain situations, like when billions hit the table, but I feel like even if I'm a billionaire, you should at least
it's gonna get overwhelming
and make you a couple million off of the shit that I got going on, just to show me that you ain't just sitting here trying to get the money. Yeah,
if I'm a billionaire, you better move some packs.
No.
Okay. Be like a school teacher or something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Something positive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
In my world,
not move packs.
If in my
we
world,
having billions. We don't need.
Yeah, in my world, if I do come across a Griselda Blanca, I'm not giving her my money while I got some billions. You ain't taking all these away because you want to sell some
I'd be scared to fuck with her. I'm scared. Some shit like that, she get mad and got there.
Whack a nigga.
I wouldn't even want to fuck with her, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Mondo, Bricc Baby, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Much love. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, etc. Like, comment, and subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want to support.
For sure.